see the little bug trucks? They were eggs. You can pass that around. And after the egg hatches, yes, sir.
They turn into a caterpillar.
That's right. And then the next thing, after they're hatched and they're not an egg anymore, and they start hatching, the next thing is called a caterpillar. That's what this is. So they turn into that next. Okay? And then,
no, they're one thing.
Get over here and teach. So here's
He
the
almost
thing.
did.
Here's the thing. You notice there's some plants in those jars. Well, that's because when the eggs hatch, guess what? The caterpillars have to have something to eat. So they eat certain plants, certain kinds of plants. They look for specific kinds of plants to eat. One of the reasons that they do that is because when the caterpillar eats certain kinds of plants, when they turn into a butterfly, well, yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. But once they turn into an actual butterfly, some of the plants that they eat actually have some poisons in them. And so the butterfly then becomes not very tasty to things like birds and stuff. So it's the plant that actually helps the butterfly later be protected against birds and things that want to eat them. They know not to. The plants are very important to this. But anyway, after a little bit, these caterpillars, they crawl around and they turn into these things, cocoons. But there's another word too.
Chrysalis.
Chrysalis. Good. Who's teaching you?
They're smart.
Oh, okay. You pass that around. That's the chrysalis. And so they hang underneath the plant in this little chrysalis thing, and then eventually they hatch out of that chrysalis, unfold, and all of a sudden then you got.
Turn into a butterfly.
And then they turn into a butterfly, and you turn into these butterflies right here. Okay, so these are just examples of two kinds of plants. One's called the host plant. And the host plant is where the butterfly lays their eggs, because when the eggs hatch, they turn into a caterpillar. That's what the caterpillars eat. That's the host plant. And then the other kind of plant that they need around here, once they turn into a butterfly, is called a nectar plant, because they feed off the nectar that's in the flowers and stuff to get energy so they can then lay the next batch of eggs. So does anybody know what the state of Florida's official butterfly is? The Zebra Longwing. And can everybody see? This is the right there's the Zebra Longwing.
I see them everywhere.
That blows my mind.
That's because they're the state butterfly.